Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. If A, B, and C are real numbers satisfying A negative 2B the whole square, positive B positive 1 the whole square, positive C negative 3A the whole square equals to 0, then what is the value of A positive, B positive, C? Okay, now let me consider the equation over here. So on the left side, we have A negative 2B the whole square, B positive 1 the whole square, and C negative 3A the whole square. We have the addition of three squared values. Okay, let me consider the first squared value. So what is the sign of this squared value? That is A negative 2B the whole square. It can be positive or negative or 0. So it may be positive or 0. Definitely it cannot be negative. Because for any value, if I take even exponent, it will always be either positive or 0. Even if A negative 2B is a negative value, and when this A negative 2B is squared, it will become a positive value. So whenever we have a squared value, either it has to be equal to 0 or a positive value. It can never be a negative value. Okay, here we have addition of three squared values that is equal to 0. Even if one of these three squared values is a positive, then the result on the right side has to be a positive value. But here the result on the right side is 0. So the value of each squared value over here has to be 0. When this A negative 2B the whole square is equal to 0, then the base A negative 2B must be 0. That is A negative 2B equals to 0. So the same thing we have for this one as well. That is a B positive 1 must be equals to 0. And this C negative 3A must be equal to 0. Okay, now let's solve for A in this equation. For that, we have to add 2B to both sides. When I do so, this negative 2B, positive 2B will cancel out. I am getting A equals to 2B. Okay, now let me solve for B in this equation. For that, I have to subtract 1 from both sides. This positive and negative 1 will cancel. I am getting B equals to negative 1. Let me solve for C in this equation. For that, I have to add 3A to both sides. When I do so, this negative 3A, positive 3A will cancel. I am getting C equals to 3A. Okay, so to get the value of this expression A positive, B positive, C, I need the values of A, B, and C. Already I got the value of B, that is B equals to negative 1. When I plug in B equals to negative 1 over here, I'll be able to get the value of A. Okay, let me do it. That is A equals to 2 times and negative 1. Then I'm getting A equals to negative 2. Okay, now I got the value of A, that is A equals to negative 2. Now I can plug in A equals to negative 2 over here to get the value of C. Then I'm getting C equals to 3 times negative 2. Then C equals to 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Okay, I got the value of A, the value of B, and the value of C. Now we can get the value of this expression A positive, B positive, C. Okay, let me do it over here. A positive, B positive, C. And for A, we can plug in negative 2. And for B, we can plug in negative 1. And for C, we can plug in negative 6. Okay, we can remove the first parenthesis over here, negative 2. And when I multiply this positive and negative, I'm getting negative 1. And positive times negative will be negative 6. So when I combine negative 2, negative 1, negative 6, I'm getting negative 9. So the value of A positive, B positive, C is negative 9.